Vikings signed Shaq Griffin, man, to a one-year deal, $6 million. First of all, we got Shaq Griffin for a very good price, man. Kwesi is cooking at the moment. You hear me? Now, another thing is this, man. We needed a veteran presence in that room. I'm going to tell you right now, that cornerback room needed it. Now, we have Byron Murphy. I understand that. But what you didn't want to happen was for the Vikings to go into the draft hoping that they were going to add pieces there and it was going to fix a problem. You want veterans in the building, and that's what Kwesi did, man. Now, I was expecting to maybe make a bigger splash, Xavier Howard possibly. I knew Snead might have been out the picture. But again, adding a veteran like this, and one thing I like about Shaq, man, is he is aggressive. What that means, man, is when you play like that, yes, you're going to get flags here and there for being too handsy. But what it does is these younger receivers, they tend to not like to line up on the other side of him, man. He gets annoying. He starts to knock them out of their game. And that's how he's really going to affect the game when it comes to being on the Minnesota Vikings. And I like that. You know, you need that. Listen, I thought about, you know what this move made me think about? This move made me think about Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith for the past 4 years has had to be a coach on top of focusing on his job. Now, he's really good at his job. All right, we know that. To me, he's a Hall of Famer, should be. But the truth is, he shouldn't have to worry about trying to train young players in between plays because they don't know the assignment, this, that, and the third. And when you add a guy like Shaq Griffin, now you got Byron Murphy, now you got Harrison Smith. Listen, Shaq Griffin, those three veterans together, they can combine together and help guys like Blackman, Andrew Booth Jr. We have a really young cornerback room, and this is something that needs to be addressed, okay? We were hoping that Andrew Booth Jr. could have already been a seasoned type player at this moment. It didn't turn out that way. Same thing with Lewis Seam. It just didn't turn out that way. So you have to bring in these guys that have experience, man. Shaq Griffin, to me, was a really good pickup. I mean, the price you got him for, on top of his knowledge. Listen, when you got guys that bounce around teams like that, they get to learn different defensive schemes. They understand the game. I think that's what's important, is not only are you getting a solid player, but they understand the game of football. They know how to play this position at a decent level. He's not an A-tier player, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because he can, you know, his success that he has had, and he's had some decent success. All right, when he played for the Seattle Seahawks, man, he's had some years. You feel me? He went to the Carolina Panthers. He had a decent year. All right, he doesn't have the best ball hawking skills, but he gets a pick here and there. You know, he knows how to get his hands out there and break passes up, though. That's what really matters in my opinion. All right, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I think this was a great pickup by Kwesi. Kwesi's cooking once again. I think he'll fit good in Brian Flores. So this is what I'll say that I believe the lineup will be. The lineup should be, and you know, this is me just thinking right now, saying that we might not add another veteran, which maybe we should. There may be another veteran that might come in, maybe a C-tier type player, but I'll say it should be Byron Murphy. It should be Shaq Griffin, and then it should be Blackman in the slot. I'm going to tell you, Shaq Griffin is going to beat out a Caleb Evans. That is a fact, okay? I can almost guarantee you a Caleb Evans is not beating out Shaq Griffin when it comes to the starting job. Once training camp and stuff starts, Griffin will outperform him, and it's going to be hard for Brian Flores not to put him out there. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, in my opinion, man, this was a great pickup. This just adds another check mark, man, to Kwesi doing what needs to be done. We all knew that DB was the next position that needed to be filled. Now, we need to get a defensive tackle. Let's go out there. Let's try to see if we can find somebody to add something to that position, whether it's depth, whether it's just give us some kind of hope there. And don't forget to add maybe one more DB. I think that'll make me feel good as a Vikings fan. Maybe it'll make you feel good too, man. But let me know how y'all feel, man. Shaq Griffin, Minnesota Vikings. Let's go. I'm rocking with the move. Holla at your boy.